Welcome to another episode of Think, Create, Initiate. In today's episode, I'm so excited to be delivering a short burst but value-based training on 5 steps as to how you can achieve your business goals within a 90-day period. Make sure you stay right to the end because I'm going to be dropping some real gems, and also make sure that you do like and subscribe to this channel as well. So, they say that a habit on average takes around 21 days in order to really become ingrained as a routinely habit. So if you've got an activity that you've been avoiding for ages, and I would normally say that if you want to create a habit, make sure that you start off with something bite-sized or minimal. So, for example, if you want to be drinking more water on a daily basis and really making sure that you're meeting your water intake, you can start with having maybe 3 glasses of water a day and building that up over a 21-day period so it becomes an ingrained habit. Now, just imagine applying the same sort of methodology to your business. 21 days is good. You may fall off. You may find that, some days you have your off days, not really sticking to it. So that's why a 90-day period is just brilliant, because in that time, you can really measure your momentum. You can allow for some days whereby you fall off, you're not feeling like it, but I would always encourage you to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get going the next day. So 90 days is the perfect time to really review your momentum and see just how far you've got. So I'm going to break down my 5 steps in order to achieve your business goals successfully. So step number 1 is setting SMART goals. So many times as entrepreneurs, we set wishy-washy goals. I want to be rich. I want to make money this month, next month. But you need your goals to be smart in nature. So they should be specific, they should be measurable, they should be attainable or achievable, they should be realistic, and they should be time-bound. For example, as an entrepreneur, you might want to make your first 5-figure month, say 10K month. So that's being really specific. That's how much you want to make. Do you want to make that at the end of the month or the end of the 90 days? If it's 90 days or a month, that's measurable as well. So you're meeting the second one. Is it achievable? Well, you've got to look at your assets, your product, your services. What have you got that you can put out there as an irresistible offer to break down and meet your 10K goal? How many units do you have to be selling in order to meet that? Is it realistic? Are there other people in your industry, of course, competitors, that have been selling, crushing the same, using the same sort of business model as you, crushing it in the industry, and they've been making 5 figures plus? And then lastly, time bound. Again, it's looking at that 90-day period or that 1-month period. So from this very short but simple example, you can see that just by announcing out there that you want to make a 10K month and that you've broken it down because you've got this asset, you're creating this irresistible offer, you can start to see how you can easily formulate something that's realistic and something that's achievable as well. So your goal becomes more achievable, which is where I want to get all of you that are tuning in, listening in today, to get to that point as well. The second one is all about breaking your goals into bite-sized steps. Sometimes when we set goals, they can seem so big, so ambitious, so out of reach. So we need to reverse engineer it and just break it down. For example, if you said you want to make a 10K month in your business, you've got a package that you want to be selling for £2,000, then realistically you have to go back and break that down into what that will look like. So you know that you need to sell 5 of these packages in order to make your 10K goal. You will also need to look at the different activities you need to be doing on a daily basis, and that will namely be around building your audience, getting visible, whether it be on social media or getting onto people's podcasts or to guest experts, or having guest features in online articles, being part of people's offline events. So just putting yourself out there, building your audience, and then looking at how many people you need maybe to get onto a phone call or directed towards your website or your social media site. How many of those people do you need in order to convert, to get those 5 people to pay that £2,000 in order to make your 10K goal? So you're reverse engineering it and you're breaking it down into manageable bite-sized chunks just by starting to understand your numbers. It may be that you need to have created or attracted an audience of 100 people, because on average out of those 100 people, maybe say 2% will convert. And then looking at that 2%, then you can start to really see how it can apply to your business model. How many people you need to be speaking to on a continual basis in order to get to that 100, in order to break down and convert to that 2%. So the numbers do mean everything, but everything in business is all about taking those incremental steps and working towards your bigger goal. It doesn't have to all be done at once, but by following a simple and mapped out process, you will get to your end goal. Then thirdly, it's all about reviewing your progress periodically. So Charlotte and myself, we review our progress on a weekly basis. We also have our dates with money twice a month. And then at the end of every single month, we do a month in review. So whereby we review all the activities that's happening that month, really thinking about what worked well, what didn't work well, and what we would do differently. So we're always keeping ahead, noting the activities that we've actually done or activities that have taken place by both myself and Charlotte, as well as how many people that we've spoken to and what that's converted into in terms of leads, clients, and money as well. Number 4 is all about becoming more accountable for your actions. Sometimes as a solo entrepreneur, it's very difficult, if we are the sole driving force for our business, to hold ourselves accountable. So it may be that we need to reach out and be around other like-minded people that can equally hold us accountable. And for this to happen, you need to be very clear on the goals that you're going to be working on, so that you can announce those goals and get these other people. And there's so many entrepreneurs out there that are looking for accountability partners or accountability groups. So you're definitely not alone on that front. It just takes a call out, whether it be on Facebook, on Instagram, and you will see so many entrepreneurs come flocking, trust me. So by doing this, maybe having periodic check-ins with them, could be once a day, could be once a week, it will ensure that you're moving towards your 90-day goal. One of the greatest things that Charlotte and I have done to really hold ourselves accountable is to invest in a mentor or coach, somebody that's a few steps ahead of us. Their journey seems so practical and so in reach. It doesn't feel like it's, so far in the distance that we will never get to where they are. So we've invested in a mentor coach who's keeping us accountable, who's keeping us on our toes and keeping us progressing with our business goals as well. And the last, but by no means least point, is all about continue pushing forward. The going will get tough. As I said in many of my live trainings and episodes, there's going to be times when you just want to throw in the towel because it's got all too much. You're doing this, but you're not seeing those instant results. To be in business, you've got to be in it for the long run. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you need to continue pushing forward every single day. And I will definitely say that a lot of the activities that you're doing should be based on income producing activities. So showing up, putting out content, talking, nurturing, building relationships first and foremost, knowing your numbers, tracking your numbers, and making sure you're progressing. These are all part of your income producing activities and should also form your non-negotiables as well, to keep you moving ahead. So by doing so, if you're doing these activities every day consistently, yes, you may not see the results the next day, but definitely by the end of the 30 days, if you're tracking your progress, you will start to see those fruitful results. Even more so by day 60 and even more so by day 90 as well. So there you have it. There are my 5 steps to achieve your business goals successfully within 90 days. I hope it's been very useful and you've had a lot of takeaways, and cannot wait to see you guys back for another episode.